Your frustration is killing you. Your frustration is so high that it's not only causing you anxiety, but there's other dangerous things which are happening, like anger and maybe even rage. And that frustration is slowly but surely ruining your life. It's ruining your relationships, it's ruining your career at work, and it's ruining your business. Hi guys, my name is Eddie Lindenbaum, and after 40 years in the business world as an entrepreneur, today I coach people and help others have a successful business as well as a much happier life. And today I want to talk about frustration. I think frustration is one of the biggest killers in today's modern society. It's ruining our lives, it's ruining our businesses, it's ruining our relationships. And why is this? What is the basis of this frustration? So in this video, I want to talk about the causes of frustration, but more importantly, what can we do to alleviate frustration, or at least to lessen its impact? How do we deal with frustration? So, the first cause of frustration basically is our expectations. And those expectations are built upon our thoughts, those same thoughts which are floating up into our mind, which we grasp onto. We believe those thoughts. We believe that they are reality. They form structures, and through those structures, we start seeing reality. The thing is that thoughts are only part of reality. We get to choose through awareness, through mindfulness. We get to choose what we want to believe in and in what reality we want to live. Do we want to live in a reality of thoughts and structures in our minds which are not reality? Or do we want to be free of that, see those thoughts for what they are, and live in the now and do what's relevant? Frustration is built upon those thoughts. Those thoughts actually lead to our expectations. And when we have expectations, we are not dealing with what's going on now. We are dealing in our minds with how we think things should be. And usually, if not always, they're not the way we want them to be, and they're definitely not the way we expect them to be. And that's basically the basis for frustration. Our expectations lead to disappointments because we think we know how things should be and they're not. Those disappointments lead to frustration. We really believe that we have control over the outcome of everything. And you know what, guys? The more successful people are, the more leaders they are, the more they have control over various areas, or at least to a certain degree, in their lives and in their businesses, the more they think that everything should go their way. And those are the kind of people who become extremely frustrated, which then become extremely angry. And in many extreme cases, they become caught up in a rage. And they lash out at others without thinking, without control. And that destroys their world. So if we understood now what the basis for frustration is, and by the way, I want to just tell you another thing. Most people who are perfectionists, and I don't say this as a compliment, this is a mental illness, perfectionism. In other words, that we must have everything perfect. Yes, there are good things in perfectionism. It leads to getting us great results in many cases, but it ruins our lives and it causes us tremendous stress and anxiety. Because if things are not the way we want them to be, then we go crazy. And that is more or less in the same area of the frustration I'm talking about. So, understanding now the basis for frustration, what do we do about it? You see, frustration is not something which we can hit a switch and say, okay, turn off frustration. It doesn't work that way. Frustration is so embedded within us. It's so deep in our conditioning. The frustration, which of course comes out of being unaware of our thoughts and letting our thoughts lead us in every direction except the right direction, which is in reality. We are so conditioned to be that way that it's not easy to break free from that. The only way, and this is from my own personal experience of maybe 2.5 decades, more than 25 years on the spiritual path. The only way to break free of our frustration is to be aware of our expectations. The moment we have expectations, just to be aware, oh, here we go again, having expectations and thinking that we really know how things will be in the end, and thinking we have ultimate control over everything, while at the same time, we don't. In other words, working in our minds, on our thought process. The more aware we are, without being judgmental here, do not judge yourself. Just sit back, be aware, look at the mind, see what's going on within your mind. Be aware of all the thoughts and see the structures that they're forming. Those structures are expectations in many cases. And by being aware and then gently refocusing ourselves onto the present, on what's going on now, we will slightly lessen the hold that those expectations or structures of the mind have on us. Now, this is not some sort of tree-hugging bullshit, sort of new age. Nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. It's very practical. This is day-to-day life. This is about being aware of ourselves at every moment, seeing how our mind works, and seeing how our thoughts, once we grasp onto them, and they lead us astray, being able to refocus through awareness and bringing our attention, focus, and our thoughts back into what is relevant for us to do at every single moment. And this is so important in our relationships. This is so important in our business, with our coworkers, with our spouses, with our girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is. Because when we have expectations from others, we get disappointed. And when we get disappointed, then that's when things start to screw up. And for no reason most of the time. So, to sum everything up, get rid of your expectations, or at least be aware of them. Refocus yourself on what's going on every single moment. And then deal with every situation in a relevant manner. And by doing that, you will lessen the levels of frustration that you have, and you will start living a much more relevant life and being happier in the process. And when you're happier, you know what happens? Your personal relationships improve. Your career improves. Your business improves. Because then, just to give you a final example, if you have co-workers or if you have employees working with you, for you, and someone's not doing the job that you expect him or her to do, the best thing is to start coaching them and training them, making sure that they have the skills, the tools, and the understanding of what's expected from them. Not being frustrated. That doesn't lead to anything good. So you might ask, Eddie, well, I've sat down, I've trained this guy or this girl, I've coached them, I've given them all the tools, I've done this for a long period already, twice, 3 times I've spoken with them, and still they're not performing up to my standards. Well, it's their tough luck then. Because if they're not good enough, then maybe they have to find another place to make a living, and not in your company or at your expense. That's how it goes. So guys, I hope I brought you a little bit of value in understanding the basis for frustration, what it leads to, and how to deal with frustration so we get a better life in our everyday living, which is that's basically what we're here for. If you need any help personally, if you feel that you're in a place which you need someone to get in your corner and bring you back to your top performance that once you had, maybe your business is stagnating or something, or your career is not going in the right direction, I suggest maybe you send me a message and we'll get together on a call. We'll see what I can do to support you. So in any case, thanks for watching until now. See you in the next one, and God bless you.